So I knew Anshuman even before I joined Careernet. I joined Careernet in 2006. But Anshuman was my batchmate. I knew Rishi. I met him during college times. So that way, if you look at it, my first, there are a lot of firsts of Careernet that started off even before I joined Careernet. Interestingly, my mobile number was through Careernet only. I mean, this was way back in 2003 when I wanted to buy a new mobile connection. My first flight was sponsored by Careernet. I traveled along with Anshuman to our college for one of the recruitment drives. And obviously, you'll always recollect the first time you flew. So I think that's one of the, I would say, the first from a personal experience standpoint. Of course, when I came into CareerNet, I still remember the first big RPO engagement we were doing. It was a multi-city engagement. It was a fairly challenging one. So I mean, those are the first that I can definitely recollect to. But some of the personal moments were definitely the first that I got through CareerNet. So one of the key things about CareerNet is the strong focus on what the customer needs. It could be a very cliched statement to make that we are highly customer focused, but let me give you some of the examples. If you look at our engagement models, the way our pricing models work, all of this is achieved only when the customer sees success. And that is also one of the reasons, if you look at it, CareerNet, in some of the engagements, would actually go and tell the customer, we may not be able to service you. I mean, that is primarily to help the customer to understand what are these specific challenges and what they really need to do to make some of these things successful. So that's where I believe that all the solutions, our conversations, our advice that we give to customers are all primarily focused on their success. So if you notice, CareerNet has brought in a lot of innovative recruitment solutions in the last, especially in the last 6 to 7 years, around automation, around assessments, talent branding, diversity initiatives around hiring. Now, if I kind of look back, maybe some of these things, if we had kind of started off a little earlier, it would have really been helpful. But nevertheless, I think in the last, I would say 6 to 7 years, we've really been able to focus and bring some of these into shape. And that is precisely one of the reasons where now we have special purpose teams which are primarily focusing on solutions that might really be required for organizations in the next couple of years. I mean, one such innovation I can talk about is when this entire pandemic started off, probably we were one of the first organization was able to really give a very deep proctoring solution, and we were able to kind of turn it around fast because a lot of this was already in the making, and it did not take us much time to productize and get it live into the market. So I would say there were 3, 4 ingredients which has really helped CareerNet as an organization to grow, scale, and sustain. The first thing, obviously, I think the timing was right when it started off in '99 because the job market was really growing, and you needed a professional organization to really come in and make the difference in the recruitment market. So CareerNet's approach has always been problem solving vis-a-vis matchmaking, and that's really helped to solve a lot of talent acquisition problems. So it was never just a plain fulfillment, and that's, I believe, is what is very relevant even today when we go about servicing some of our customers. The second important thing is, I would say, the core set of people who joined CareerNet, say between '99 and the next 5 years. They really helped to scale the organization, and they continue to work for the organization relentlessly, and that has really helped us to kind of achieve the current success where we are. The third, obviously, is the scale, because scale helps you to achieve some of the things which a lot of other players might either find it difficult or might take really a long amount. Might take a lot of time to reach that kind of thing. The fourth key differentiator, I would say, is technology. I think Careernet has always embraced technology, and that's one of the reasons where HirePro was born. And today you see that as a huge differentiator when it comes to solving talent acquisition problems through automation, assessments. So these are, I would believe, the four things that have really helped Careernet to reach where we are today. So if you notice, Careernet as an organization, including the founders and some of the leaders, there's a lot of focus around knowledge and focus on deep expertise. So that's kind of part and culture of the organization. I would say that is there in the DNA. So today there are a good number of recruiters who have joined Careernet, say between 99 till now. A lot of them are TA leaders in the market. Some of them, if you go to any large multinational, you will find a good percentage of recruiters are alumni of Careernet. So Careernet has always focused on ensuring that there's a lot of knowledge and expertise that a recruiter gets to know as part of the overall recruitment process. And I mean, that is actually one of the reasons where the organization is still relevant. Because if you look at the last 20 years, there has been a drastic change in terms of technology, the way jobs exist. There are new things that have really come in. And but the primary focus being around acquiring knowledge and really being able to apply to the work has really helped us, I would say. I would say that's one of the deep cultural parts in the organization. I think culturally that what differentiates Careernet with some other organization.